Hello, good morning. Happy Monday, sunshine. Well, I'm here to share with you guys a little about my journey. I know I have a live schedule today, but I'm not sure. I'm not going to be here because I have client patient appointments. So how have you been? How is life going? Did you drink a lot this weekend? No, I do not drink, not even social. But there are some stories that I have to share with you guys about myself. Even that I didn't try a sip of alcohol for about a decade. I dated. How are you? Good morning. I dated someone. Where are you? Which city are you guys? Mr. Typing. There is someone else, a lady. Which city are you? I'm here in South California, United States. How are you? So I want to share with you a little about my lifestyle here in South California. It's about 9 a.m. Pacific time, okay? And today I had a live schedule for today, but I'm not sure. I cannot make it, okay, because I have appointments. So, but I can be here with you guys maybe for 30 minutes. So how about that? So I'm a psychologist. How about you guys? You can share. Which city are you? Share with me, please. And I'm sharing about my journey, okay? So today I have a busy schedule, appointments, clients, patients, right? In my practicing here in South California as a psychologist, as a psychoanalyst, okay? And there are people that they come as a referral, right? Because they have some mental health issues, something going on, right, in the mind, in the lifestyles with them all health. So that could be about depression, right? Anxiety, could be about any kind of traumatic event, could be because someone passed away, a grief. So this is the reasons that someone could come and make appointment to the psychologist, right? To the psychoanalyst, right? But I want to explain a little more about psychoanalysis, okay? Psychoanalysis start with Freud, but in here I have a book I'm reading since yesterday, Jean Laplanche. Okay, this book is in French, but because I also speak French, but so is the problem, right? The problems of why you go to the psychoanalyst. So I had a patient already this morning asking me, so you want to analyze me, Daniela, from the psychotherapies that he's coming over for almost a year. So I said, now you are changed for psychoanalysis, okay? And what is going to be the difference? Is the psychoanalyst, like Freud, is just going to listen to me, do not say anything else? It's not like that, okay? The psychoanalyst is a mirror, so it'll be a mirror of what the patient client is saying, sharing, right? And what the mirror does, reflect, right? Reflect back the image. So I interfere with questions. I also send back the same wondering that the patient had, but differently, right? So there are techniques for that, yes, right? There are activities. So I'm going to share in here a little about narcissists. So now I'm going direct to the point. Who wants to know about narcissists? Everyone is narcissist since you are little ones, okay? But there are the vulnerable narcissists, the one that is always playing a victim. And I'll share a story about a patient. Can I do that? I'm not going to identify patients. It's a past patient a long time ago, years back, and that patient, he was suffering of anxiety, right? And he was under medication with the psychiatric. But the psychiatric never called him or contacted him. So he needs another professional to talk, to share. And he had a girlfriend that he was living with for 5 years. Okay, this is a real case. So they're living together. She was about to turn 30, and he was older. Maybe he was still in his 30s, but older. And together for 5 years, they seems like they did not grow as professionally. So he was sharing things like that, like, oh, she never supported me professionally. Now I just got a raise. And so the patient was sharing that. But when I was with her, nothing happened. And I said, okay, so great, but share a little more, right? Did you ever supported her? Oh yes, I was telling her for go to the college all the time. So the patient starts sharing more. She was a waitress, and so the patient was sharing more. She wasn't speak with her mom that she's from a different city. She had nobody here. So the patient starts sharing more and more, right? So from vulnerable narcissist, vulnerability, but he didn't recognize himself as a narcissist. Here it's myself diagnosed the situation. His vulnerability was she was gone. She was already with another man. And how come she did that to him? Because they were talking about have a child, but they are not engaged. They didn't have set a date for get married, but she was talking about to have a child. So he was the kind of man that I saw in that picture that he wasn't take action. He didn't have an actual plan. He bought the house before she moved in. She planned to have kids, but he wants her to go to the college. But what she wants, it was be a mother. So here the relationship. So he was traumatized. How come someone left him? And the picture of his family, it was happy married parents, but something there are lack of. So he is the middle child. And the older brother that for some reason was a kind of successful, and the little brother that he described impulsive, with impulsivity to have relationships, to fall in love, to engage. So his little brother was already engaged, had a date to get married. So he described his little brother as impulsivity, and he was the middle child. So before going further saying, oh, he was the narcissist or this or that, right? Let's talk about as a middle child, the comfort as a middle child, right? So the older brother take actions, was playing guitar, successful. He was in the comfort zone as a middle child, because there are syndromes about the middle child that sometimes they think, well, it's a kind of huge. How often the middle child have the sense that they are abandoned, that there are no attention towards right for them, because the older one got all the attention. Later come the second that is take space from the bigger brother, but come the little one that needs more attention. So he had all the symptoms about that that syndrome as a middle child. So who is he writing here? I put on the song I'm a Russian by the author of the song Shaman, please. Okay, I'm a Russian. I don't know how come I put this song. Sorry, I have no idea how come to put the song in here. Okay, I just saw your message. Sometimes people, I mean, you kind of new, like doing the live, right? It's going to be a week. So here, I'm in Russia. You'll remember that. So the guy was describing, she's gone. So abandonment, all right, abandonment. And I first diagnosed him as a narcissist, but the neuroplasticity shows that the person can change behaviors, right? The bipolar change behaviors. So narcissist can also be the borderline personality, the quiet borderline. So she was suffering anxiety, she was under medication, and he was all the time on the session crying in panic, shaking, right? Because it's a safe place to be on the session. In that case, he was in person, but also, and I'm doing now most of that online, right? At the Zoom. So by video camera, okay, so let's continue. And he was saying, she abandoned me. I cannot believe she's already with another man. She's with another man. All right. And it's very interesting because she was gone, like, when they first broke up, she was gone like for a month. But she came back for a week. All right. I remember because he said for a week she was back. But suddenly she was gone again. So she was also undecided, seems like. So she was gone again and live with that man. So he started describing, so the competitive behavior, right? He started describing that he may be a loser because it's not possible that a successful man was going to already have a woman over, live with him. And what I saw was he was the victim, right? The situation, the victim of that relationship. Why she did not wait for 5 years so you could have kids together. It was very interesting. She was turning 30 and he wants her to wait for his timing for 5 more years, but they're already in a relationship for 5 years. So, the vulnerability of certain narcissists is that they do not take action. So there are someone with more impulsivity, or that it is action, right? Impulsivity is action. I move, I go for. And that person made a decision, right? Some people is like it. One is passive, never make a decision, never committed. Every decision take years, hours, right? Days, months, decades to make a decision, right? Because it's easier to be in the comfort zone. It's like exactly what he was experiencing, being the middle child. He don't have to be the older that was already married. But the younger that was about to get married, it was sound for him too soon to get married. So people, they act differently, and they come with and he was in such a pain. He was crying, okay? So I believe he was suffering because of his lack of action. So this is what psychoanalysis, so the improvements of the patient. In a certain moment, he started realizing that he may need to take action. Sometimes you are waiting for someone great show up, right? And in that case, it's a male patient, so the action it's needed in a male, right? If the male never take action, something is wrong. And it is about energy, right? Female, masculine, feminine, masculine energy, but it is about you have to be in your place, right? As a family therapist also, the person need to be in them places. Like, even that he already has a home, he was paying, because he did not get engaged to get married with that woman. He did not, he was still the father kids, right? The parents kids. That man, he was still taking the laundry for his mom to wash for him. Had a house, has everything, all right? I suppose, I'm not sure. But how come he didn't have his own wash machine, right? So life, it's about take action. And the take action demands stop being selfish. There are commitments when you take action, right? When you come to the therapist, psychologist, psychoanalyst, you are committing. I want the change. Will be hurt, will be painful at the beginning, but there are change. I can make this change. I can make it different. Christmas. I don't need to blame my parents. I don't want to be overprotect under my parents' wing, the mom's protection, right? So when this man, one day he find, this patient, a nice woman, a woman to be, his wife, what is the idea? Is he asked the advice about investment, about a new car he should buy, things like that, to who? To his wife. They are going to become one, right? Start a new family. Do you guys have this sense that there are non-strong men out there? Non-people that actually want to start a new family, commit with family, with memories like that? Do you have this sense? Tell me more. Right? So how about you? Tell me, Fernanda, que cidade você tá? Mora nos Estados Unidos. Marcelo Burge, where are you? Which city are you? Which country are you? Jam, Anna, Crystal, Month, Silof, User 48, Elio, Safir, Hula, Ek. It's okay, so I'm a Russian. Put on this song, I'm a Russian. I have no idea. Song Shaman, please. I have no idea. So what? Okay, are you a female? So as a female, let me tell you something. I can share one patient story about a female. So this patient, she want to make a decision, right? To change for another city, another country, job opportunity. So she calls co-create, right? So it's a kind of, I supported her, co-create that. When she moved for that new job, a lot of commitments, right? And she said, I want to co-create really fast, something bigger. So bigger is double responsibilities. And I can share in here. She moved for another country, different language. She's bilingual, like me. Well, I speak 5 languages, but she speaks, right? And she moved to be a nanny, right? And also go to the college. When she was there, the first she could choose where to be. And instead of choose a house with 2 kids, she chose the house with 4 kids, because 2 of the kids, they're 2 teenagers. So she said they're going to be more independent, whatever. And I said, are you sure it's the right moment to move already for another country? Because you still have to manage situations, your communication with your mom. I mean, you are leaving your mother's home. In this situation, this lady, she did not open yet about her father, but I understand her father. It was the provider that, I understood that bought her the tickets, because she needed some financial, right, gas to move out. So it was the ticket, the airplane tickets. And I said, look, here it's the communication with her mom, right? Because when you start co-creating the manifestation, I truly believe you manifest also limitations, fears, right? But for the patient, I didn't explain all that. I just said, do you want to truly move that faster? So guess what? She moved for a home that she loved. That lady at first, right? Love at first sight. And the lady was from the army, a military. So discipline. Everything that it was in lack with her mom's home, no discipline, nothing. All right, and she said, I'm going to be awake 5 a.m. Blah, blah, blah. Well, whatever. She gave up of the job in less than 2 weeks. And it was a great job opportunity, because the schedule was perfect. The 2 teenager kids, they're independent already. And she just had to take care of the 2 little ones, but she still had time to go to the college, and she was being paid, and she had house and food, right? But she could not handle, because the mother of those 4 kids, she is a high disciplined woman. And she thought she was going to learn from that like this. In a week, manifesting. I'm going to co-create right now new habits. And yes, you can do that, of course. But you have to unblock, release blocks, walls that are limiting you, right? You have to manage well your communication, the relationships you already have, to find a new job. And I'm not saying being perfect, but being humble, okay? Because discipline is something that takes time, okay? So in here I was to share with you guys. I love that. I'm by the bay. I'm in South California, is where my practice is. Ask for the package. Start now at the end of the year, because I have special prices for you. Okay, you can pay in PayPal, credit cards. Okay, and share with me what you need. Okay, someone said about that song, a music. You didn't share much, guys, today about which city are you, what are you doing. Do you want to get out of your comfort zone? I'm seeing that in here a lot of people are about gambling, gaming, and tarot cards, right? Be careful with tarot cards, okay? That can be really addictive. Okay, you start believing that there are signs, and someone else had the power and the intuition and will heal yourself. Psychoanalysis heal yourself, okay? Mentally, physically. Okay, I have patients, they lose weight fast, much faster without a diet, because they are in therapy, okay? And also the self-analyzing, right? So you learn the awareness and the habits, and about yourself. What is more important in life than learn about yourself? I posted a video today about, are you a vulnerable narcissist, or are you the grandiose narcissist? You must learn about yourself, okay? And so you no longer become a victim of everyone else. Is that great? So I'm Dr. Daniela, your psychologist. Follow me for more advice for lives. Give me a like, hearts like. Hello. Bye.